Viewer discretion is advised.
Boom, perfect timing.
Like I said, he stopped me. Let's see what for.
Sir?
How you doing, man?
You got your license, registration, insurance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any weapons in the car?
Nope.
Okay.
Can I get it from my glove box?
Yeah, please.
Can I ask you why you stopped me?
So you can't have anything hanging from your rearview mirror?
So you stopped me for my car air freshener?
Yes, sir.
Air freshener. The little tree. The little tree in my window. Yes, the air freshener.
My card's in there.
Okay, any marijuana in the car?
Nope.
Okay. You smoke marijuana?
No.
Mr. Colbert, when's the last time you did smoke marijuana?
I never smoked.
Never?
I just said that.
Okay.
When he stepped me out the car, then I was kind of weary about the situation where it was going.
Like I said, you're showing me signs of deception, and I'd rather you just be upfront with me, man. If you got a joint, I don't smoke. Okay. So there's no marijuana, anything like that in the car? I need to know about? No cocaine? No. No heroin? No. Okay. Did you have any objection to me searching your car, man?
"22-year-old Philip Colbert was on his way to meet his father for lunch when all of a sudden La Paz County Sheriff's Deputy Eli Max began following him. Deputy Max would continue to follow close behind Mr. Colbert for about 10 minutes. It went on for so long that Mr. Colbert felt it necessary to begin recording the encounter. He would later explain that he felt it was strange seeing a cop car following him so closely for so long, especially since he had not done anything wrong. Mr. Colbert's gut instinct was correct, because just moments after he began his recording, Deputy Max would pull him over. On the recording, you can hear Deputy Max explain to Mr. Colbert that he pulled him over because of a small pine tree air freshener dangling from his rearview mirror. Throughout the tense encounter, Deputy Max would accuse Mr. Colbert of being deceptive. Deputy Max would ask Mr. Colbert 8 times whether he smokes marijuana, to which Mr. Colbert always responded no.
What the fuck are you doing? Is that how you normally pull the fuck over?
Morning, sir.
How you doing, man?
You got your license, registration, insurance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, any weapons in the car?
Nope.
Okay.
Can I get it from my glove box?
Yeah, please.
Can I ask you why you stopped me?
So you can't have anything hanging from your rearview mirror, okay?
Really?
Yeah, it obstructs the driver's view. Basically, it changes your perception and it can cause an accident. So they don't want anybody having anything hanging from there. So if you have like a GPS or something, it actually needs to be in the lower 5 inches, either on the left-hand side or the right-hand side of the windshield.
So you stopped me for my car air freshener?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I actually sell cars for a living, and I've been here for 8 months. I work with cops.
So,
I work with everybody.
Do you sell cars with window tint?
Nah, I sell cars with everything. I sell cars at Anderson Chrysler, so window tint.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you sell cars that have window tint?
Yes.
Okay, so window tint on the driver window and the passenger window. And I don't think I've ever seen you guys sell it on the windshield.
Yeah.
But I've seen you guys sell dark tint.
We get dark.
It's illegal.
Tint. So
you can sell it.
yeah.
It doesn't mean it's in compliance with all vehicle and traffic laws.
So did you stop me for the front tint, or did you stop me for this?
No, it's the front's not tinted, is it?
Yeah, it got the visor.
Oh, just the visor. So that's legal. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying is that you sell cars all the time that have window tint that's darker than it should be. Have you ever sold a lifted truck?
Yes.
Did it have mud flaps on it?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
So I got my boss number. I could call him right now because I've been here for 8 months. I've never got stopped for anything like that.
Okay. Well, it is against the law, but basically, just because you guys sell it doesn't mean that it's.
And we give them these for when they get a car. So is that against the law too?
It's not the tree that's illegal. It's where you have it hung.
So
for instance, if you have it hung on your shifter knob,
mm-hmm.
it's out of your view. Still makes the car smell nice. See what I'm saying? You got your license, registration, insurance, please?
Yes, sir. My license is behind my phone.
Anything you know about in the car, man?
No. I'm legit, man. That's why I'm like, I never get stopped. I got my cards in there.
Okay. Any marijuana in the car?
Nope.
Okay. You smoke marijuana?
No. Is there a reason for all these questions?
So you asked me about my laws, and while I'm standing here and you're doing all this, I ask my normal questions.
I've never got asked questions about this because of a tree stop.
I ask everybody for every single time I stop them.
Cool, man. I'm gonna have this.
Is it? It's your car?
Yes.
Okay. 9:30 of 19, 18. It's a nice car. Hold on to that for me. That's current. Mr. Colbert, when's the last time you did smoke marijuana?
I've never smoked.
Never?
Said that.
Okay. All right. Hang out here for a sec, okay? Mr. Colbert, you said there's no weapons in the car?
Nope.
Okay, you should relax, man. You're still at 10 and 2.
Well, because this is what we learned from where I'm from. This is what we do.
This is what you learned from who, I'm sorry?
Where I'm from.
Okay. May I ask where you're from?
Philadelphia.
Okay.
So this is what we do. So if you don't mind, this is what I'm relaxing.
Okay. Can I have you hop out? I just have a couple more questions for you, and I want to speak to you man to man, so that way you're not doing this and I'm leaned over. Yeah, dude. Like, try to relax a little bit, man.
Because it's like I got stopped for my tree.
You have 2 cell phones?
Yeah.
Work phone?
I'm a businessman.
Yeah, gotta sell them cars, huh? May I ask where you're headed to?
Going to Parker to see my dad.
Okay.
He works for Crip.
What's your dad do for credit?
Can I ask why you asking me all of this?
Okay, so, Mr. Colbert, I don't think you're being completely honest with me.
Okay.
Okay. I've been doing this for several years now.
Okay.
You seem kind of nervous, and you've been shaking a little bit, and I don't know if it's just because you have a bad experience with cops, but your nervousness and other things I'm seeing shows me either signs of deception or something else is going on.
My dad works under King Judge. His name is Phil Colbert.
Okay.
He works Director Executive for Residential Center.
Okay.
So all of this, man, I'm gonna talk to the King Judge. I'm gonna talk to Tiffany over there. Are you with Parker or are you with Havasu?
I'm with La Paz County Sheriff's.
Okay, cool. And I'll be talking to them too, man, because this is just.
Okay.
I just think it's ridiculous how you make me do all of this.
Listen, dude, I do this on every traffic stop.
You take everybody out on every traffic
Yes,
stop?
sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Because talking to people, one, I can talk to you and you and I can have a conversation. Okay. It's more respectful that way. And two, you'd be surprised how many people come out of the car and basically tell me what's going on and man up and tell me the full story.
That is the full story.
Okay. So there's no marijuana, anything like that in the car you know about? No cocaine?
No.
No heroin?
No.
Okay. Did you have any objection to searching your car, man?
Yes.
Okay.
Because why?
We ask these questions for everybody, and especially because I'll tell you right now, man, I see your arm is kind of shaking when you're handing me your stuff. So that nervousness is either deception or, like I said, just you have a history of.
Can you see why, with all the black people what we going through? Do you see why? Do you see why I gotta go through right now? You obviously see I'm legit. You can call my boss over at Havasu. So why are you still?
So when I was behind you,
are you still nervous?
I have no idea the color of your skin.
Okay.
I saw
something
that
seen
struck
it when
me.
I passed you, or did you come up?
I was behind you.
And I had my window down, so you probably see me in my mirror.
I didn't. Your mirrors are not the right angle for me to see in your window.
Okay.
Okay.
Technological, you can see somebody. If they got it towards you, you can see them looking at you. But okay.
It's a small window, and I'm about 2 car lengths behind you. Okay. This has absolutely nothing to do with race or color of skin or gender or anything like that. Cool. This is me doing my job. I ask this question on every single traffic stop I do. And you're, like I said, you're showing me signs of deception, and I'd rather you just be upfront with me, man. If you got a joint, I don't care.
I don't smoke.
Okay.
I graduated college, man. I ain't do all of this to just get.
Where'd you go to college at?
GCU. I ran track, so look me up. You can look me up online. I ran track.
Okay.
So all of this
okay.
is nonsense.
Okay. You mind doing some field sobriety tests? Make sure you're okay to drive, man?
Are you serious,
yeah.
man? This is crazy. Wow.
Generally speaking, you are not legally required to take a sobriety test, regardless of how many times an officer may ask you to do so. The tests are meant as an investigative aid to the police officer. Keep in mind, this still may not stop the officer from arresting you for a DUI if he or she believes there is enough probable cause that you are under the influence of alcohol or drugs.
What's it feels to genre test?
Basically just, they're called divided attention tests.
Can I record this?
You can absolutely record it. It's being recorded as well.
Cool, man. This is crazy.
The reason I want to put you through sobriety tests is your eyes kind of look a little bit glossy.
Really?
And some people just have that glossiness. Okay? That's why we do these tests to
What's your name, man?
Yeah, sorry, Emacs. It's just where I put my hand. So I'm recording, man. I'm trying to be cool with you, but
cool.
I don't think you're being completely honest with me.
Okay. So when this all goes through and you see I'm good and you see that I don't got nothing and you see that I'm legit, what happens? I just go about my day. You just wasted 30 minutes of my time and you just... So I'm a definitely... Who's your sheriff? Who's on top of you? So I can write this down.
You can request it through my agency, but it's going to be Sheriff Risen's the sheriff.
Cool, man.
So do you mind doing some field sobriety test, man? Make sure you're okay to drive real quick. Honestly, you say 30 minutes. It'll take me 5.
Man, I don't see what's the point.
Because I don't think you're being completely honest with me.
Okay.
Whether you smoked a few days ago.
I didn't smoke. I don't smoke.
Nothing at all.
I don't smoke.
Okay. No other illegal drugs?
Of course we in a... No.
Okay. Do you have a medical marijuana card?
No. I don't need it because I don't smoke.
Mr. Colbert has no record of being arrested for marijuana, and the deputy does not say in the video that he smelled any, so it's unclear as to why Deputy Max was so convinced that he could get Mr. Colbert to admit that he had smoked marijuana.
Okay.
Of course we in a place where I don't got no connection. Man, I don't honestly see the point. Because I got my business cards, you can call my boss, you can legit call my dad. Like, what's the point? If you honestly really want to do that, like, I feel like this is against my rights, honestly, because
So
this is
it's
crazy.
your right to refuse.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Colbert, I'm trying to be upfront with you. Okay, I don't care about your race, your gender, your anything.
You don't care about my...
I'm here enforcing laws.
Okay.
Okay. And like I said, when you're handing me your documents, what I saw was nervousness. Okay. Like I said, is that from Philadelphia, just kind of where you were raised, and maybe you're just you just don't like cops to begin with, or is it deceptive? So, dude, I'm trying to be respectful. I'm trying to talk to you in a man-to-man aspect, and I'm not trying to treat you any differently than anybody else I've ever come across.
Okay, why don't you check my stuff, see that I'm legit, and then I go on my way. That's the regular thing.
Okay.
This is crazy.
All right, hang out here for a sec, okay, man?
After getting all my information, he goes back to his truck. But he doesn't go back to his truck and just merely checks my information. He calls for a canine. Yes, a canine.
8-2. Can you see if we have a canine in the area?
So I was being so deceptive, and he knew with his heart that I had to be hiding something. So he called a canine. And then his sheriff's department called him back and said, we don't have any canines on duty right now. He went the extra mile and said, well, let's check CRIT. So for y'all that don't know, CRIT is the other police department that's in Parker.
8-2, that's affirmative. You can just see if CRIT has one on duty.
So when, he called to ask for CRIT to see if they had a canine, he went back into his truck and started to write me a ticket for any drug that he knew that this canine was going to come and find. And then Mr. Eli Max, gets mad because CRIT calls back and says, oh, we don't even have a canine in the area for you either. So he closes the door and comes back to my car and say, oh, I'm just going to give you merely a warning. He wasn't going to give me a warning.
Copy, thanks. Mr. Colbert, I don't think you're being 100% honest with me, man. But at this point, you're I'm gonna get you out of here, okay? I'd rather in the future, I'm trying to give you a positive outlook on law enforcement, man. Maybe Philly treated you like shit. Okay, I'm from New York. Okay, look, man, I get different sides of the country, but I don't care who you are, man. I don't care the color of your skin, and I don't care the gender. I don't care anything about you. I'm doing my job, man. Okay, and I've been trying to treat you with respect, so it has absolutely nothing to do with anything else. You haven't been an asshole to me, but you just obviously don't like law enforcement. So I'm trying to get you on a positive outlook. Obviously, this wastes 20 minutes of your time. I am going to give you a warning today, okay? But maybe in the future, just like I said, man, if you got a joint, we're not looking for a joint. Okay. So, drive safe, all right?
Philip Colbert was given a warning. After the traffic stop, Mr. Colbert would file 2 complaints with the La Paz County Sheriff's Office. But after a week of waiting and 0 response from the Sheriff's Office, he decided to lawyer up.
I have never heard of an officer pulling someone over for an air freshener.
Do you think this is profiling?
I think so. I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Civil rights attorney Benjamin Taylor is one of the lawyers representing Colbert. They're considering a lawsuit.
We're going to be looking at the officer's past, to seeing whether or not he has a history of doing this.
Deputy Eli Max was eventually placed under an internal investigation and administrative leave. On February 19, 2020, Eli Max was terminated from the La Paz County Sheriff's Office. Philip Colbert would sue the La Paz County Sheriff's Office, and the case was settled for $15,000.
Larry and Janet Briggs saw our story and felt compelled to speak out. So when you guys watched it, was it like seeing a replay of what happened to you?
Yes, except for a little bit more intense and longer.
So how long did this whole stop, you think, take? Like just shy of an hour?
Probably just shy of an hour.
Seemed like forever.
Just a couple of weeks before Phil's stop, the Briggs admit they rolled a stop sign on Labor Day weekend. And to make their long story about a long stop very short. So he pulls you over, he runs your information. You guys are clean. He pulls you out of the car, says he wants to do field sobriety, he does the eye test, you're fine. You do the walking test, all of that, you pass. He does the breathalyzer, you blow zeros, you pass. But these two say that wasn't good enough for Deputy Max, who accused Larry of being on drugs because he seemed nervous.
He goes, hey, why don't you just admit to it? And I may be repeating myself, but I said, admit to what? He goes, it's not a big deal, you know, if you smoke a little bit of weed.
That is a familiar line. They believe Deputy Max not only violated their rights, but has likely violated the rights of many others.
After Eli Max's firing, the local ABC 15 news team out of Arizona would obtain more body camera videos and records that revealed similar misconduct by Eli Max during other traffic stops.
Here's a stop from September 4th, 2019. Max, again with the trainee, Deputy Jordan Lang. The truck stopped for allegedly rolling a stop sign. You can probably guess what's about to happen.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
Nothing.
Okay. How about, when was the last time you smoked marijuana?
Not at all.
Okay. I just asked because your eyes are kind of like red and glossy.
When trainee Lang goes back to talk to Max inside the patrol car, he tells Max that the driver is shaky. The driver claimed it was because he's tired and nervous.
Tiredness does not equal muscle twitching.
Yeah.
Or nervousness. Okay, have fun. See you later.
Quote, have fun.
Begin the test.
They do field sobriety, find no drugs, yet decide the driver is under the influence, despite his denials.
I guarantee if you put cuffs on this guy and say you're under arrest for DUI, he's going to be like, yeah, I smoked a few hours ago. And if he wants to stick to his guns, then and he's showing signs and symptoms, then you can make a good faith arrest.
So they arrest him, and it turns out the deputies do have quite a lot of nothing. Here's the driver's blood test results.
We are, if we were to run a blood test on you, what's going to come back?
No drugs, just maybe too little food.
Okay.
Probably need some more of that.
Okay.
Kind of have problems with eating sometimes.
I'm investigator Dave Biscobing, ABC 15, Arizona.